الله بنورهم وتركهم في ظلمات لا يبصرون صم بكم عمي فهم لا يرجعون أو كصيب من السماء فيه ظلمات ورعد وبرق يجعلون أصابعهم في آذانهم من الصواعق حذر الموت والله محيط بالكافرين يكاد البرق يخطف أبصارهم كلما أضاء لهم مشوا فيه وإذا أظلم عليهم قاموا ولو شاء الله لذهب بسمعهم وأبصارهم.
All over the Islamic world, reciting the Quran is a highly valued art form. In present-day Java, the majority of people are Muslim. But it was not always like that. During the course of history, Hinduism and Buddhism slowly gave way to Islam. Yet indigenous Javanese rituals, with their focus on rice and fertility, continued to live on. This is Pak Wito. Unlike most of his neighbors, he belongs to the small Catholic community in the village of Klangon. He walks home to help his Muslim neighbor, Pak Budi, carry out a small ritual in honor of the goddess of rice. This ritual always precedes the harvest to ensure a plentiful crop. Before the ritual, Pak Wito explains the meaning of the different offerings.
Menika nggih kagem boyong Mbok Sri.
Mbok Sri mangke. Nggih.
Pados godhong kara menika mboten manggih halangan sekara-kara. Daya menika mboten menjenipun Mbok Sri rawuh dhateng mriki mboten manggih sekara-kara ngoten lho.
Mboten
manggih alang-alang niki ngalang-alangi supados aman ngoten.
Nggih.
Lajeng otok-otok menika namung kangge rerangkanipun menika naminipun sedaya kluban ayu.
Nggih. Kalian ron dadap serep.
Ron dadap serep menika nggih nyirep supados ingkang nedhi lan ingkang pun kengginan menika supados ayem tentrem.
Ingkang nedhi sinten?
Dalem?
Ingkang nedhi.
Ingkang nedhi nggih keluarga menika ingkang wonten ngriki. Lajeng ingkung menika kangge nyuwun dhateng pangeran supados nggenipun ngendika ingkang rumiyin menika panjenenganipun sami gosap menika lajeng mentes menika maatur panuwun. Nggih menika wau. Dados kinang menika ingkang mbau reksa ngriki supados menawi setri nggih nginang, menawi jaler menika ses. Lajeng sekar menika sekar telon. Kangge mlathi karo lontong. Oh, menika sekaripun sekar mlathi kalian telon. Menyambut nggih serono.
Ya iki kasih pengen.
Ya. Wonten artanipun menawi wonten kekiranganipun Pak Budi, nggenipun nyediani menika supados mundhut piyambak dhateng Gunung Dieng ngoten. Kersanipun. Nyo sampun Pak Budi.
Gagar mayang kira.
Kembar mayang. Kembar mayang menika supados menika gambaraken wayang dados pewayanganipun Mbok Sri kalian nganu sinten nika?
Sri.
Sri Sinta apa Jawa?
Dewi Sinta karo Lesmono. Bu Sri kalian nganu Raden Lesmono menika critanipun.
Together, the two neighbors, Muslim and Catholic, bring the offerings to the rice field. Incense is burnt as a mediating substance to communicate with the goddess. Pak Budi reads a prayer to her. Meanwhile, Pak Wito opens the harvest by cutting a predetermined number of rice stalks. This is the only occasion when a man may use the little rice knife normally only used by women. The ritual opening of the rice harvest represents the wedding between the rice goddess and her groom. Pak Wito plates the rice stalks together as a symbol of their union. The sanctified food is divided among the eager hangers-on. While Pak Budi stays in the rice field, Pak Wito hangs the bridal pair in a place of honor in his neighbor's house.
Monggo Mbok Sri kula aturi langkah ingkang prabu niki tentrem ingkang ingkang nggeni.
We ask Pak Wito how this ritual went with his Catholicism.
Nggih, ngoten ta Bu. Nawi tiyang Katolik menika jawabipun nggih. Kunjeng asma dalem Yang Rama Yang Putra tun Yang Roh Suci ngoten nika sak lajengipun.
Salajengipun napa?
Nggih, pun masrahaken nika supados Mbok Sri badhe kapundhut boyong wonten panggenanipun kula. Supados ayam-ayam tentrem ingkang nggeni. Panjenengan supados nuntun ingkang padan ingkang lempoh ingkang boten semerep dipun tuntun, lajeng ingkang gabuk dipun iseni, lajeng supados panjenengan manggen wonten lumbung ingkang pun siapaken. Kodhok percil sing bau reksa sabin ngriki pokoke diupah-upahi kalian keluarganipun Pak Wito wonten tuni lepatunipun nyuwun pangapunten nika dipun upah-upahi sebaripun kaping 3.
Toyanipun.
Nggih, kalian sekulipun menika.
Oh, sekul sakit ingkang dipun separi.
Nggih. Menika kaping 3 menika miturut kepercayaan kula menika Gusti Allah menika setunggal jejeripun 3 menika.
Oh nggih, menawi tiyang Islam?
Ah, kirang tiyang Islam boten mangertos kula.
Ah nggih.
Nggih ta, Bu?
The rice harvest ritual, like most other rituals in Javanese society, is performed to create a state of cosmic harmony. People believe that nothing harmful will happen if this state of harmony prevails. But this balance is easily disturbed. Natural disasters or social changes, like death, a wedding, or a circumcision, can disturb that delicate harmony. Balance may be restored through a ritual meal called slametan. Even occasional events call for a slametan. The safe return from a long journey, for example. It applies even when a Swedish anthropologist comes back to make a film. The preparations are almost entirely done by women. Neighboring women from north, south, east, and west are expected to help. It may take up to 48 hours of continual cooking to prepare the food. The steaming of the rice is viewed as the most important task. It is considered to be a serious responsibility that cannot be done without making offerings. We ask what those offerings are for.
Nika mungkin badhe pun darem mriki monggo badhe diasta kondur monggo.
Terus niku dipun pasrahaken supados napa supados
Menapa nggih? Supados slamet mboten wonten menapa-menapa.
Nggih to.
Mboten wonten gangguan menapa-menapa. Nika rak nganu menapa? Piantun rumiyin, mbah-mbah rumiyin rak menawa sak buban-buban.
Nggih.
Nggih,
Menapa to?
kados menawi. Nggih, kan naluri piantun sepuh rumiyin ngaten. Nggih. Mboten wonten ingkang ganggu, nika danyangipun ngaten.
Pak Wito now invites the Muslim officiator, Pak Kaum, to lead the ritual. Even though Pak Wito is Catholic, most people in the village adhere to Islam. Therefore, it was natural for us to want to provide a slametan in the Islamic way. Just before sunset, Pak Wito, acting on our behalf, invites neighbors to take part in the ritual. An hour later, the slametan will begin. Formal dress and formal behavior are essential to the performance of the slametan. The participants wear a sarong and the traditional peci cap. When all the participants have arrived, Pak Kaum greets the guests on behalf of the host, who, according to custom, never appears in the ritual.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kepada amatur kula nampi atur percaya terang hati utawi sedekah utawi wilujengan ingkang karaket wonten rasa panjenengan dipun bantu sanak kadang ingkang mboten hajat kok bilih wonten kekelihatanipun tulis.
His speech is largely formulaic and is delivered in highly formal language. He invokes the ancestors and the guardian spirits of the village to give their blessing and participate in the ritual. The formal speech ends with a prayer in which everyone takes part. The Catholics pray according to their own creed. Each guest receives a basket into which the blessed food is placed. After the women have worked for 48 hours to prepare the meal, The men's part is over in 15 minutes. Only a little food is actually eaten during the ritual. Most of it is brought home. That way, the blessing is shared with the other family members. A few hours later, the village community gathers again in front of Pak Wito's television set. Tonight, Ketoprak, the Javanese folk drama, is on. In Klangon, the slametan is often followed by a trance-inducing dance called jathilan. Almost all the younger villagers are members of the jathilan troupe, which was founded in the early 1980s. Inviting the spirits is a good way to maintain a harmonious relationship with the spiritual world. But you must take care not to offend them. Otherwise, they might cause harm to the dancers. Offerings must be prepared to feed the spirit guests.
Kersanipun Bapak Wito Darsono sak keluarga nggih menika ngawontenaken syukuran. Syukuran anggenipun tambah sederek. Menawi tahun-tahun kepengker nggih menika Bu Elis ingkang sampun kita kenal saking Swedia. Sak menika tambah setunggal malih Mas Klaus Fuhrmann saking Jerman. Nglaluri budaya bangsa Nuswantara kang banget kita tresnani.
The story of the dance depicts a battle between two rival forces during the period of the ancient Hindu kingdom of Majapahit. Although based on a traditional pattern, the present style of the dance was created only 3 years ago. The dancers do not use drugs.
Kang kinel
Trembling hands are a sure sign that the spirits have come. Imitating the movements of the possessed dancer is commonly used as a way of enticing the spirit to leave their body. When a dancer is possessed for too long, it can be harmful. While in a trance, some of the dancers assume extraordinary powers. Sometimes they eat glass. This particular dancer opened a coconut with his teeth. Then another dancer smashed it on his head. Poniran is the spiritual leader of the troupe. By using incense and a special rose oil, he prepares a potent magical stick. Poniran is possessed by a spirit too, but he controls it. In this way, he is able to drive the dancers out of their trance. From time to time, the spirits ask for food. It is not always easy to find out what kind of food they want. Pak Wito interprets their requests. This last dancer was possessed by a particularly strong spirit. It proved to be even more powerful than the leader's spirit. But after the stick was handed over, the spirit left his body too. After 4 long hours, the dance came to an end. The dance is over. A state of cosmic harmony can reign once more in the village of Klangon.